Going on, everybody? I hope you're all doing fantastic today. But I have a question for you. When was the last time you were bored? Like actually bored? No phone in your hand, nothing playing in the background, just you, your own brain with nothing to chew on. Can't remember? Yeah, neither can I. And that's kind of a problem. And that's what this video is about, the death of boredom. I wanted to make this video because it's something I've noticed in my life and I'm trying to actively fix this. But I'll get more into that later on in the video. But like I was saying, we used to get bored all the time. Waiting rooms, car rides, sitting in line at a restaurant, and somewhere in that boredom, your brain would just start making shit up to fill that time. Like, I know we've all seen posts where people talk about when they were kids, they'd be looking out the car window when it's raining and they're just watching raindrops race down the side of the glass and then choosing which one would win and then just like betting on which one. I remember doing that as a kid myself. I swear things like that just don't happen anymore. Not because we got busier, but because every single gap got filled by something else. Like parents nowadays will just hand their kids an iPad so they're entertained. And then the content on those iPads is just pre made, pre chewed, ready to swallow AI slop. This is a video about why none of us can do that anymore, why an entire generation basically forgot how to be bored. And by the end of this, I'm going to show you where your best ideas were coming from this entire time. Okay, and let's get the easy answer out of the way first because it's not the real one. Short form videos rot your brain. Yeah, you're right. We've all heard that, but it doesn't actually explain the weird part about this because plenty of people will watch hours of that stuff, myself included, sometimes on like a Saturday morning. And we still come up with ideas. Like I'll still write and still make things like this YouTube video right here. I had to make a script and then film this, come up with an idea, a topic to do this. Like when I research how to make better videos, 99% of the time, people will just recommend you watch other people's content for ideas. So clearly, this just can't be the case. It's not about how much you're consuming. There's people who scroll for 4 hours a day and still feel like themselves, and then people who scroll for 40 minutes and just feel hollowed out. It's the same platform, different results. So, like I said, what's the bigger difference? It's not the amount, it's whether there's ever a boring moment during that, where your brain has to sit there with nothing to do except generate something of its own. So, in my case, when I'm looking up ideas, essentially my brain not wanting to think of something. So it's wanting to skip being bored and just get the answer right away. Me personally, I'm not sure about everyone else, but I feel like I always use the easier tool if it's available. Not because I don't want to be creative, but because the idea I will find will probably be better than the one I thought of, anyways. We never get to that I'm bored feeling long enough to let anything happen in there because we always have something ready to fill that gap for us to make it easier. And here's where this kind of gets like weightlifting, which may sound weird, but stay with me because creativity isn't some magic gift some people have and some people don't. It's closer to a muscle, and muscles need resistance to grow. Boredom is the resistance. You see how I'm doing this? You like this? It's the blank page your brain has to fill on its own because nobody's filled it for you. Think about the last time you genuinely had a good idea. Not a repost, not a haha, same comment, like an actual idea coming from your own brain. I bet money it didn't happen while you're watching something else like YouTube or TikTok. It probably happened in the shower or on a walk or half asleep at 2 a.m. when you woke up to take a piss. Now, think about how many of those moments you have in a given day. Be honest, it's probably a lot. But instead of us using that time to think, we just entertain ourselves with something. The shower's got music blasting in there, the walk's got a podcast in your ear. You didn't lose the moments, you just filled every single one of them before your brain got a chance to use them. And this is the part that should actually bother you. It's not that slop is stealing your time. You're just never bored enough anymore to be creative. And look, I know what you're thinking. It's just a video. It's not that deep. Sure, one video isn't that deep. You're right. But one chip isn't going to kill you either. But nobody eats one chip. You eat the bag of chips. Then you're on to the next bag before you even noticed you ate the first one. And it's not a snack, it's a habit because the next bag's always right there, always ready for you to open it. And you're always still hungry because they never fill you up. The same thing's gonna happen to your brain, except instead of your stomach growling, it's your ideas that go quiet. And that's way easier to ignore because a quiet brain doesn't complain. It doesn't cramp up. It doesn't send you a signal that it's hungry. It just stops reaching. You just don't notice a muscle getting smaller because you're not using it. You only notice it when you try to lift something and nothing happens. And that's when you're trying to be creative. I mean, nowadays we rely on AI so much to do like that heavy lifting for us. And we have to do it on our own. We're just kind of stuck and don't really know what to do. There's actual research on this, not us relying on the AI part, but the building up the muscle one. And before I give you this information, I literally just asked Claude to give it to me in a way that could be used in a video. And here's its attempt at it. Psychologists have looked at the default mode network. Basically, it's a part of your brain that lights up not when you're focused on a task, but when you're doing nothing, staring off, daydreaming, bored out of your mind. That doing nothing network is the same one tied to insight, imagination, and idea generation. In multiple studies, people who did a boring task first, something mind numbing like sorting beans, actually performed better on creative problem solving than people who did a stimulating task first. Wow. Round of applause for Claude on that one. That was beautiful. But in essence, being bored didn't waste the brain's time. It set it loose. So flip it back to you. Every time you kill a boring moment within 15 seconds of something, you're not saving time, you're switching your brain off of the exact mode, the one that makes ideas in the first place. Doing the mental equivalent of never letting a muscle rest and then wondering why it stopped growing. I want to give you some ideas on how you can work on this if you want to. Like, let's say you go out to get coffee. While standing in line, don't immediately grab your phone. Instead, look around the building. Like, look at its design, the architecture, if you will, just like the general layout of the place. See who's in there, etc., etc. Just like try and engage with the environment you are in instead of flocking to the one that makes you comfortable, aka social media. But for real, if you can't survive 2 minutes on a toilet without a screen, that's not a phone problem. That's a your brain forgot how to be alone with itself problem. So here's the main takeaway of this video. You didn't wake up one day and lose your creativity. Nobody takes it from you in one shot. It's death by 1,000 15-second videos. Each one just slightly too good. Just interesting enough to close that gap before your brain got the chance to do anything with it. The algorithm's not neutral. It's not just filling your boredom with random stuff. It's filling it with stuff that already sounds like you. Opinions you already hold, jokes you'd already laugh at. So it's not just that you stop generating original thoughts, you're getting fed a version of your own thoughts back at you on when you're online on like TikTok or Instagram or something. You're just slightly remixed, packaged by someone who's never met you, and your brain can't always tell that difference. But the good news is there is a way to fix it by brute forcing yourself to stop seeking distractions throughout the day, by choosing to be present in your current environment rather than virtually in another. So again, I'll ask the question, when's the last time you let yourself be bored on purpose? Because the next time you are, it's not a punishment, it's a rep because the muscle's still there. It's just been resting so long you forgot it was yours. So here's the challenge. Next boring moment you get today, tomorrow, later this week, whenever the hell it may be, line, elevator, waiting on your food, don't reach for anything. Just let it be boring. See what your brain does when nobody hands it something to chew on. And then I want you to, if you're willing, help me out a little bit by dropping it in the comments about what you actually thought about. I know that may be weird that I'm asking for that, but I really just want some comments on my videos. My videos get pushed out there. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. But if you enjoyed this one, leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it. And also let me know if you guys prefer these longer or shorter videos because I've been trying to stay around like the 8-minute mark. So it's super easy to watch for you guys. Like it doesn't take a ton of time, super digestible. But with that said, I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.
Alô, galera! Vocês estão prontos?